Hi, I'm Angelo Firenze. Welcome to the Belmont Business Report. Today we have with us Chris Benoit. Chris is the owner of the Spirited Gourmet at 448 Common Street in Cushing Square. Welcome, Chris.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Spirited Gourmet, it's a gourmet wine shop, cheese shop. You have cheese platters and a tremendous wine selection, I know that, a little beer and wine, and also a full liquor license as well.
We do.
I remember back when I was a selectman, I guess the first liquor license we gave in Belmont was to your wife and you,
Yep.
and you did a fantastic job with the Spirited Gourmet. It's a great shop and precisely the kind of business we were hoping to see in Belmont. So, again, we're delighted to have you here in town. I can't believe it's been 9 years.
I know, it's amazing. It's gone by amazingly quickly.
Yeah,
but it's been great.
And the business has changed a little bit over the past 9 years. And you still do a fairly large wine business.
Yep.
You have a wine. So many, yeah.
Wine buyer,
wine buyer
director.
Up there that you from wines from all over the country, all over the world, actually.
All over the world, yeah.
And you have a great cheese selection as well. I know I've tried some of the cheeses up there. They're absolutely fantastic. And so I also now understand that you're making sandwiches. You have a little deli counter, and you make sandwiches. And
we do. We started that November of 2014. We decided to open a deli so we can do sliced meats, sliced cheeses, make sandwiches. Probably maybe like 10 different sandwiches at any given time. That we offer. And
most important thing is the bread in the sandwich as well.
Iggy's bread.
Iggy's bread. Okay, great. So fantastic. And whose cold cuts do you use? Are they
The cold cuts come from it's a California company called Zoe's. So it's they're organic meats. A little bit on the higher end side, but they don't have nitrates, and they're just really phenomenally delicious meats. So we have all sorts of different. We have turkeys and roast beef,
ham,
and sausages. All sorts of ham and.
Now you sell that by bulk too. I mean, if I wanted half a pound of ham, I could come in and.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
great. And cheese, same thing. I mean, cheeses come from where?
Cheeses from all over the world. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that we actually have some local cheeses as well. We have a lot from Vermont, but we have shipments in from Italy and France and other European countries. So we hit on wherever there's good cheese, we'll get a hold of it.
Okay, and obviously the wine is the core part of the business.
It is, yeah.
You originally started doing wine tastings. I'm sure you're still doing those?
Yeah, we do. In fact, every Friday night from 5 to 8, we do wine tasting, and typically we'll have something else going, whether it could be a food demonstration by one of our local producers, or sometimes we do beer tastings, or maybe even a spirit tasting. And then every Saturday from 4 to 7, we also have wine tastings.
Okay, and there's no charge. I mean, just come on in and
it's all free. The thing that's different about our business than most other stores is that we don't buy what I would call commodity wines, which are wines that come from bigger companies, bigger wine companies, that it could be even a smaller winery, but it got bought by one of the big conglomerates, and kind of changes how they make their wine. It becomes more profit oriented, whereas what we like to do is we go for the small producers who they're really just farmers, and they're very passionate about the wine they make, and because you're not paying for all the corporate overhead, all you're paying for is the wine itself. So we believe that we can sell you a bottle of wine from, it could be a producer you've never heard of before, but put that up against one of the more name brands, and we can give you a superior wine for less money. But in order to do that, you have to have tastings because of the fact, again, that people, they're not known names to our customers.
Did you ever uncover, a really superior wine in that process? Or?
Those are the ones that we bring in. So,
Yeah.
so my wine director and myself occasionally will sit down. We have our suppliers will come in, excuse me, and show us different wines. And typically, what you want to do is you can tell the quality of the wine, obviously, by drinking it. But then it's like the important thing is, okay, so what price are we paying for this? So you can, if you've been doing it long enough, you can taste a wine and kind of have a rough idea about what it should cost. And what, oftentimes it could come in, the actual price could be 50% to, say, 70% of, in your head, what you believe the value of that wine to be.
If I wanted to get, a nice bottle of wine, not a ultra expensive and not just something, generic, what would I have to pay? I mean, wines go anywhere from $4 or $5 a bottle to thousands of dollars a bottle. I mean, what?
We have hundreds of wine that, I mean, I would say you can get a very good bottle of wine for $12 to $15. Okay. That's our sweet spot. And it's interesting because you'll talk to people who aren't as familiar with the store, but they always view us as being, because it's a nice store, it looks physically, it's attractive, and whatever, they think that you must have, all your wines must be expensive, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Because what we, again, like to show people is that if you put the effort in to go find these wines, you can find extremely well-made wines for, like I said, $10, $15.
Do you guys visit the vineyards as well, or do you buy from a central supplier? Or?
We buy, there's a lot of distributors in Massachusetts, and we tend to do most of our business with the smaller distributors and importers. So they actually bring the wines to you to try, or you can go offsite. What they'll do is they have tastings every spring and every fall when new vintages are coming out. They have these big tastings that you can go to. So you can literally go in and there could be, 100 different wines that you can try. So again, so you get to go in, taste wines, see what you like, see what's, again, we always try to find things that are a good value. And then those are the wines that we wind up bringing in.
Yeah. We, as many of our viewers know, and you may know as well, we spend quite a bit of time in Italy. We have a little house on an island off the northern coast of Sicily, and we have some vineyards there that we rent to a winemaker.
Oh, wow.
And he's been trying to figure out how to sell his wine in the U.S., and he can't figure out how to get it out of Italy. So it's
really? That's interesting.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah,
because
we should.
It's a very, very, it's a dessert wine. It's called Malvasia.
Okay.
And a small half bottle, when you do find it over here, is like $65. It's
wow.
But it the prices you pay over there are just a fraction of that. And
right.
It's fantastic. So, but I sneak in my 2 bottles whenever I make a trip, and that's it. And I'd love to be able to get some over here at some location. So
yeah,
maybe we can figure out how to do that. So
we've helped out winemakers before because we know the lay of the land here as far as what are the good distributors, and they're all pretty good, but there are some that are better than others. So for instance, we do business with this company, Ideal Wines, that's out of Medford, and they specialize, they're like the sweet spot in their portfolio is their French and Italian wines. So if I was to tell my friend over there, Steve, it's like, hey, next time you're over in Italy, you got to check out this winery. He'd go
because
visit
the amazing thing is that they have tremendous table wines. I mean, it's like $3, $4, €3, €4 a bottle.
Yep.
And I think if you bring your own bottle, it's $2.50 or something. And they are tremendous wines, and no sulfates, and they're really very, very good. So it'd be interesting to see if there was some way of getting that over here. But anyway.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to make an introduction for it.
So the Spirited Gourmet, so wines is obviously a very important part of your business. We were talking also about your liquor business.
Yep.
Hard liquors, you do offer them, and the prices are you're not going to be competing with the high wholesale. You were telling me that the prices you have to pay for the liquor quite a bit different based on
Yeah.
the volume you buy. But
Yeah, I was saying, you can, I can have if I go to Cappy's Liquors and look at their price for a Grey Goose, they actually sell it for cheaper than I can buy it. So I really, the way I set up my business was to, again, the main focus is on wine. We also want to make sure that we have a really good food program, because to me, it's food and wine go together. That's the whole thing. Like it's almost like, trying to show people like the European lifestyle and just enjoying good food and wine, and just, taking a little bit of time out of the day to enjoy life. But when you look at the beer and spirits that I offer, it's really, it's almost more of like a convenience store model, in that I would tell somebody, again, it's like, look, you don't want to, if you're going to stock up your liquor cabinet, even for me, I would go to Cappy's, because I can't buy it as cheaply as they can. So you really have to buy, huge quantities of spirits in order to be able to sell them cheaply. So what I try to do is carry spirits from the mid to maybe a little bit higher end, because the price differential isn't that great there. So I try to be as competitive as possible, and I make next to nothing on the on my spirits.
it's more of a convenience item, essentially.
It is, because it's, you don't want to give somebody who's coming in, they want wine and they're looking for some good food, but they have somebody coming over who's maybe a martini drinker.
Yeah.
And so you want to be able to offer them, if they just want to grab a bottle of vodka, you have it there. And again, it's not a huge selection, but you have 10 to 15 different vodkas to choose from, and then you don't have to go to a different store. So it's you try to make it one-stop shopping as best you can. I mean, that's why it was important for us to
You
get the
also
license.
brought us in some samples here.
I did, yeah.
There's a great little cheese plate here with some, I guess that's prosciutto, is that?
Oh, it's prosciutto, all right, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and some cheeses that looks great. So again, this is something that if somebody needed a quick little cheese plate for some visitors or whatever, they could stop in and pick something like this up. Or you also deliver, I guess. You have free delivery?
Yeah, we have free delivery in Belmont.
Yeah.
So
is that also in the beer and wine too?
it is, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have it's free in Belmont, and I think we charge maybe $5 to go to Watertown. So I mean, we try to offer that service to people. And
Yeah, and this is I looked at the single malt Scotch caramels.
I know,
Yeah, great.
pretty amazing stuff.
And a chocolate mousse.
Yep.
And again, these are typical of the kinds of things I'd find in the store.
There are, and those are two of these two items right here from local producers. And I was saying to you before that we, as often as we can use local producers, we will, because there's just some amazing things that they do. And I feel it's important to support the local economy. So, so we get quite a few things, especially for foods from people in this area, which is great.
All right, great. Is there anything you'd like to add, or anything you'd like our viewers to know that we haven't talked about?
Let's see. Oh, we covered the deli. I mean, deli's the newest thing. I think we have a reputation for wine, so it's, again, I think the important thing for viewers to know is that, we make it our mission to source wines that drink better than what they cost.
There's no place for me to sit and have a sandwich, though, right? I'd have to take
There
it out,
isn't.
right?
No, I don't. I just have a license for
selling, and that's
yeah.
Okay, so Spirited Gourmet, again, 448 Common Street in Belmont. Phone number 617-489-9463. They're open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Saturdays from 12 to 6, and Sunday. Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday, yeah.
10 to 9, and Sundays 12 to 6. Well, Chris, again, thanks for being in Belmont. We love having you here.
We love being here. It's a great town, and the whole surrounding area. It's just seems like people get what we're trying to do, and we have a lot of fun with our customers.
Great. Well, thank you very much. And,
Thank you, Angelo.
Thanks for spending some time with us.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Take care. Until next time, that's it for tonight with the Belmont Business Report. And I'm Angelo Firenze and Chris Benoit, and good evening.